As a young teenage girl, campus lady, or young adult, do you have questions in your mind that are unanswered? Or do you feel like meeting or talking to someone that will be able to answer them? I have a good news for you. The Deeper Life Bible Church Women Ministry Jalingo has decided to bring up a special program for the girl child. The theme is The Polish Daughters. This program will be coming up on the 29th of November 2025. Time is 10 a.m. Venue, Deeper Life Bible Church, Mile 6 Bypass, Jalingo, Taraba State, featuring talk, symposium, interactive sessions like question and answers, character stories, variety, etc. Come expecting, go rejoicing.
Fund my wallet sharp. Send money go any bank. Do all my transactions inside. We launched SuperGo yesterday in Yola.
Now available in Taraba and Adamawa, and we're covering 36 states before 2026.
Download SuperGo today, Nigeria's first lifestyle app. SuperGo, move, buy, pay, live. I fit fund my wallet sharp. Send money go any bank. Do all my transactions inside. We launched SuperGo yesterday in Yola.
Now available in Taraba and Adamawa, and we're covering 36 states before 2026.
Download SuperGo today, Nigeria's first lifestyle app. SuperGo, move, buy, pay, live.
Good morning, and you're welcome to the morning show on Sun TV. The morning show on Sun TV is the place where you get your daily dose of news, information, analysis, weather reports, and whatever it is you need to keep you informed about Nigeria and the whole wide world. And today, it's a very, very special Thursday edition. It's a day before the weekend starts, before Friday. So it's a day where the news have come together and is about to explode into the weekend. So we are here to unpack everything that you need to know. And you know, on the morning show, we have various segments for you. We have the newspaper analysis segment, we have the Pidgin segment, and we also have the special Taraba news segment. My name is Abraham Joda, and I'm your anchor for today. So get ready. Get your tea, get a cup of coffee, get a cup of kuno, whatever it is that make you feel good in the morning. Because this morning we'll be having a big guest in the house, an analyst, a publisher, Chief Executive Officer, and also a media guru in the person of Chief Gabriel Olayinka. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Yeah.
It's my pleasure to be on Morning Show this morning.
Good morning. You're welcome to the morning show. You're looking very, very gorgeous this morning.
Yes, I decided to come out in Mumu attire, one of the tribe in
Taraba State.
You know, to promote our culture and to promote our people.
Thank you very much. And what better way to promote culture than on a TV like Some TV that loves culture, that loves Nigeria, that is a true representation of the spirit of one Nigeria. Thank you very much for coming. Well, this morning, without even looking at the papers, we will have an idea of what is going on because it is insecurity, insecurity, insecurity. Before we go to the papers, I would like to seek your what hope do you have for Nigeria? What words do you have that can suit Nigeria? Because at the moment, a lot of Nigerians are disillusioned. So what words do you have for them this morning?
The truth remains that Nigeria remains our only hope as a country. You see, it is when you have not tested war that you will wish that a place become chaotic under war. Right now, as we are speaking, the Guinea-Bissau,
Yes.
Guinea-Bissau experienced a coup. As I speak to you, even some of the envoy, because election just took place, and suddenly the president seeking re-election and the major opposition leader, both of them declared themselves as winners. And at the cost of all of them declaring themselves as winners, the military took over. And even the former president of Nigeria, Goodluck Jonathan, who is one of the observers, they are stranded in Guinea-Bissau right now. So we don't have a country that we can call our own rather than Nigeria. And one thing that is very important as far as Nigeria is concerned is Nigerians need to place Nigerian interests above personal interest. One of the major problems we're having in this country is that a lot of us, even including our leaders, place their personal interests far above the interest of the country. That's why the former Secretary of State to America, when that is talking about the wife of Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton said the problem of Nigeria is Nigerians. Yes. We are the problem of ourselves. Most of these things that you see is happening, some of them are out of selfish interest. Sometimes you ask yourself, why is it that we have more intense of insecurity now that we are facing, we are getting close to election? Because it has always been as if it's a routine. It happened when Jonathan wanted to hand over, when Jonathan was in power. It happens when Buhari wanted to hand over. So it appeared to be a cycle that we always pass through every 4 years like this. And if you ask me, if it's not becoming a cycle that will pass through every 4 years, it therefore means that it is more of personal interest than the interest of the country. So for me, what I'm going to advise Nigerians and advise all of us is that it is time for us to place the interest of this country. Most of the countries that you see have developed, be it America, be it Britain, be it all the countries that today one of the things, be it China, Japan, one of the things that has happened to them is that their citizens place the national interest above their personal interest. So Nigerians need to do the same. If truly we want this country to grow, if truly we want Nigeria to develop, we must place the national interest above our personal interest.
Thank you very much. I don't think we have anything more to add to this. As long as we place the national interest above our personal interest, Nigeria will become the Nigeria of our dreams. Thank you very much, Chief Gabriel Olayinka. Let's go straight to the paper, and we'll be starting with the Punch. The Punch newspaper this morning has this story, abduction crisis. Tinubu declares emergency as National Assembly rejects bandits negotiation. That is what we have on the cover page of the news and of the Punch. And I say on Wednesday, the president declared a nationwide security emergency, ordering the army, police, and intelligence services to immediately expand recruitment and deploy thousands of additional personnel. He also urged the National Assembly to initiate the process of legalizing state police to tackle the escalating wave of kidnappings and terrorist attacks across the country in the past week. Chief Gabriel, doesn't this sound like something we had 2015, 2016, 2017, whenever there's sparking? It sounds like something we read about 2 or 3 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, you see, there is a little different from what the president have done this time around. And what is different is that there is a provision to employ or to recruit additional manpower to our security network. That's the difference in this. From what the president have said, there's going to be a recruitment of about additional 30,000 police officers. He has also said the orientation, because part of what you are going to have when you have such a massive number being recruited is where to train them. And if you read the president specifically issued a statement of this emergency. And in that emergency, he also stated that the NYC orientation camps across the country are going to serve as training centers for this recruitment exercise. Yeah, we all know that the ratio of our population, Nigeria is estimated to be over 200 million people. And our total security force, let's talk about the police first of all, is not up to 1 million people. So that means you are talking about, if you want to put it in terms of ratio, that is 1:200. That means, and it's far more than that. That means for every 1 police, he is expected to police about 2,000 persons, which is far high. Even the 30,000 number we are recruiting is still far low, but at least we are starting from somewhere. The same thing in terms of the number of army, because every year we have casualty, people dying because it appeared that our security agency are overwhelmed because you will see there is fighting here, there is insecurity there is a problem in the northeast, Lakurawa in the northwest, bandits, Boko Haram, IPOP, this and this. So there is virtually no part of Nigeria that is not having a ton of its own security problem or situation. So for me, the declaration of the national emergency, it's very, very necessary, looking at the current situation and condition of our country. But another problem I see is the will. Many a times, as you said, we've made such declaration or such effort before. But many a times, Nigeria is more of a reactive nation than a proactive nation. What do I mean by a reactive nation? It is when something happens that we now react to that particular thing. But security issue need to be a proactive issue. You don't need to wait until it happens. Most of the times when you see places that the station security, the station checkpoint, station army or this thing there, is because something happened. And most of the times, these people, when it happened in a particular place, they won't repeat it almost immediately. They will move to another place. So that is why what we need is a proactive approach. Proactive approach is a system in which we are ready at any time to protect the lives and property of the people. So it is not enough for the statement that Mr. President has issued about the state of emergency. There is a need to follow that statement with action. With action. So, and timeline also.
Yes.
Because sometimes when we give action and we wait, it can be forever. You will see that maybe the whole tenure of the person will end, and they were still talking about we will. But when there are timeline, we want to achieve this before the end of the year, then there will be some variables for us. You know, some of us in the private sector will believe in setting goals and targets and having parameters for us to measure what we have set as goal. So it's a commendable effort that a state of emergency has been declared in our security nation, but it is important for us to follow it with action and with timeline so that whatever that is planned will be achieved.
Thank you very much. Using while you were speaking, I checked Nigeria, according to the European Union Agency for Asylum, Nigeria Police Force has about 371,800 officers, policing about 236.7 million people. If you had 30,000 to it, you'll be having maybe something a little above 400,000 for 336. Then also the army from reports here is not really stated, but they say we have between 230 to 240. And that is one. So we are under police and we're also the army. Then again, is it number that we need or technology, weapons, hardware? Because someone said something. He said the police, the highest caliber gun they use can go beyond 300 meters. And the bandits, they have those that go beyond that. Do you think that is just getting personnel, or we need hardware, we need weapons, we need technology?
You see, the two are very important. The two are very important. You need the hardware and you need the manpower, because the hardware will not operate itself. It is human beings that are going to operate the hardware. So that's why you actually need the two. So, you know, this 1 million I'm talking about, we have like 300 police, 200. I'm talking about putting all the security, civil defense, immigration, custom, anybody that you call that wear uniform. If you put all of them together, they are not up to 1 million. So we need both the two, because what we're saying is very, very important, because these people use sophisticated, and you see, it is one of the reasons why response is also low. Yes. Because when you want to go and fight a man, you have to look at what is holding. When you want to fight a war, you have to go and look at what is the man holding. It's like what the Bible said, that who want to build a house will not first of all count the cost, whether he has what it takes to build the house or not. So the problem is both in terms of hardware and in terms of, but you see, I keep asking myself, because one of the problems you keep hearing Nigeria say is that some of this country are preventing us from buying some of these weapons. Want to meet American, plead with them to allow us buy weapons. How are these terrorists getting their own weapon?
Buy from the backwaters if they can buy there.
Yes. So if there is a black market to buy, I think the person that should even have an easy access to this market should be the federal government. So I think we need both the two. We need both the hardware and we need both the software. And the second thing is the sincerity of government. Sometimes some of this money are being released for the purchase of weapons, but it is being diverted. We can never forget in this country the issue of the Dasuki get.
Yes, yes.
Eventually, when probes happened, most of the money was meant to acquire weapons to fight Boko Haram. But eventually, most of the money found themselves into the hands of politicians.
Nobody has gone to prison for it.
So the sincerity also is there. Sometimes even some of these weapons you see in the hand of these criminals are gotten from armories of government. There is a report this morning on Sahara Reporters where a particular person was caught with some arms. And I wish the government would trace it. It is being traced to somewhere in Edo State Government House. So it's on the page. It's not. I read it this morning on Sahara Reporters. So what I'm saying invariably is we need both the human resource, we need the hardware. We also need the sincerity of government in fighting this insurgents.
Thank you very, very much for that. Let's go to the nation. On the nation, we have this headline: Senate passes resolution for citizens to own firearms. This is one of the resolutions passed by the Senate. Another one that was passed was the death sentence for kidnappers. Now, the issue of owning firearms. How do you think this can help out these situations? Will it be a good move or will it be abused?
Yeah, you see, the truth remains that I believe in legal ownership of firearms. And mind you, the way it's been put as if it's a new law, it is not a new law in Nigeria. Nigeria already have a law of how citizens can acquire arms. Hope you know that.
Yes.
So that law is already there. So I don't think it is a new law per se, but what I'm saying invariably is that it should be done according to laid down principles and law. Because if we do not do it rightly, if we not do it correctly, we can move from fry pan to fire.
Yes.
Because if these arms get into the hands of irresponsible people,
Political talks,
cultists, then we are getting ourselves into a bigger problem. So while I support legitimate ownership, and I want to emphasize legitimate ownership, people who want to own this arm for self-defense, people who want to own this arm for the purpose of protecting themselves, because even advanced nations have had issues about owning of arms. Yesterday, hope you know, there was a shooting around White House. 2 guards were shot. Even though police said one of this thing is their custody. This is in what we call advanced country. So while I support the issue of owning arms, but we should do it with caution. Let this arm not come and end up in the hands of criminals, because that would be a double tragedy.
But there are already a lot of arms in the hands of cultists, political thugs, and private security guards. So why don't you legalize it and have a proper record? You have an arm and it's numbered, and you go and get your license. And I think once the criminal knows that you have something to defend yourself, he or she will think twice before attacking you. I agree with you. Let's go to this story again on the nation. Ex-DSS DG, ex-NIS boss, envoy tipped as ambassadors. Yesterday, we had this story broke yesterday, which it says 3 top public officials have been nominated as ambassador by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They are the first set of individuals to be tipped to lead Nigeria's mission abroad by the Tinubu administration. Those recommended for screening and clearance by the senators, by the Senate, Ambassador Ayodele Oke, Amin Mohamed Datu, and also on the list is former head of Secret Service Lateef Kayode Are. The president nominated 3 seasoned security diplomatic figures to represent Nigeria in the United States, the United Kingdom, and France. A post by a special advisor on information strategy, Bayo Nanuga, said yesterday. Now, looking at that list, the name that really hits me is Kayode Are, a first-class, a retired Army colonel who served in the DMI during the time of Abacha. He came out top 10 of his class when he graduated from NDA. And he was also the head of the SSS, as it was then known, during the period from 1999 to 2007 before he became National Security Advisor to Yar'Adua. So this is someone that is very, very knowledgeable about security. I think if you ask me what the president is trying to do, is to use ambassadors who understand security to represent us in the US, the UK, and France. The other person is also the former NIA boss. So what's your view on these ambassadors? Because these are career military officers and career security experts.
Yeah, for me, it is okay and it is nice, but for me, it is long overdue. This is over 2 years of the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and it's now we are appointing ambassadors. Hope you are aware that all this while we don't have ambassadors in most of our envoys. So for me, it is something that is far, far long overdue. We have qualified Nigerians. It is good. We looked at people with pedigree. We look at people with integrity. We look at people who have track record, like some of the people that were just appointed. So I commend the appointment, but what is stopping us from appointing for other countries?
But now it's just 3, the US, the UK, and France.
Yes. And you could be I could say maybe as a result of some of the things that is happening.
Exactly.
You know,
it's a reactive appointment.
It's a reactive appointment. That's the point I'm making. That as a country, we should stop this reactive approach to governance. We should begin to look at, because if you ask me, I will tell you that it's because of the threat of Donald Trump that we are quickly now appointing. Because before now, if this has happened, while in America, our envoy is supposed to have had discussion with Congress people.
Yes, definitely.
We had to send a delegation from Nigeria to go and attend and meet with Congress people, because we don't have a high-level power delegation stationed already in the US. So I commend what he has done for the 3 nominations, but let us extend it and do it for. Let us not wait until something happens before we do something. These are normal things that are supposed to have happened. These are normal procedures in administration and in governance. So we should go ahead and get this thing done immediately.
Thank you very much. And I'll also plead with the government why this is going on. Other countries, let the list of ambassadors come out so that we don't react, because as it is now, we have been considered a country of special CPC, a country of particular concern. Yes. And I'm very sure a lot of countries will be skeptical dealing with us. So you need to have a senior person.
You see, what happens in international war is that there is this, what happened international is like what happened in court. Yes. If you are a member of our court, you know, there's a way they support each other.
Definitely.
That is the same thing that happened in international policy. If you read international policy, you will realize that countries that have allies, America, for instance, have a lot of allies.
Yes.
Anything American does, all his allies will follow suit. That's what happens in international policy. So I expect that with this we are seeing, we should be able to look at our international policy. Let me say very sincerely, we have not done well in international diplomacy, because Nigeria is the giant of Africa. Nigeria is the largest black nation in the world. We should be able to do better. Countries like South Africa just hosted G20 summit.
Yes.
This is the first time an African country is hosting such.
They also hosted BRICS the other day. They hosted World Cup. Yes.
What has stopped Nigeria is our international diplomacy. We have not done well. We are not in the UN Security Council. How could a country which is the largest black
nation on
earth, the most populous country in the world, there's virtually nowhere you will go in the world you won't find in Nigeria. Ask anybody, go
Doing
anywhere.
well, not just find them.
Yes.
Find them doing well. Doing well.
Currently, the deputy UN Secretary of State, she's a Nigerian. What's her name? She's from Gombe.
Okay, I think I will try.
Is it Aisha? Or what?
Aisha Mohammed, or
Yes.
so. She has been in the UN for years.
Yes. So why are we not doing well in terms of we have people in strategic position, but we're not doing well in international diplomacy.
World Trade Organization. We have Professor Konjo-Iweala.
Go on to play people doing well in technology, in finance,
in sports, in academy, and
academic. We have a lot of Nigerians. But why are we not doing well in international diplomacy? What I mean invariably is seeing Nigerians championing and being lead in a lot of things. So many other African countries are doing well, but that don't even have this number of people in terms of international diplomacy.
just look at Lagos, look at their budget yesterday. It's bigger than over 90% of economies in Africa, countries in Africa, just Lagos, one state in Nigeria.
The same thing, look at the budget of Kano. Kano presented about 800 billion budget.
So if we can have states with such resources, then why can't we, as a unit, command respect across the world? Well, with this, let's go to the leadership newspaper. We have.
There's this matter in this the nation talking about state police.
Okay, yes. Let me go back. Well, okay. The issue of state police. If you ask me, I'm not happy with the president on the issue of state police. I've known instance on state police since the early 2000s. He was one of the proponents of state policing. And he was one of those who asked for reform, restructuring of the police. So I expected that the moment he came in, it was going to be one of the things he would do. And he made an announcement, and Nigerians were elated. All of a sudden, he sees politics overrode everything. And every time something happened, there will be a resolution on state police, but nothing will happen after. Yeah. So what is stopping us from having state?
There are two issues with state police. State police is a constitutional issue, and the rigidness of the amendment of our constitution is one problem we're having. Before you can, because we have what is called concurrent lists, and we have what is called exclusive list. And the issue of policing is in the exclusive list of the Constitution. For anything that is in the exclusive list of the Constitution, before you can amend it, you need the backing of two-thirds of all the houses of assembly across the country. Prior to now, most of our state house of assembly have not supported some of these issues. But with what is happening, I think, because APC seems to be controlling a lot of states now, because the matter is both political and constitutional. Political in the sense that if it is PDP that is in power and wants state police, the APC houses of assembly will want to oppose it, because they will feel maybe the APC government will use it against them. The same thing, if it is the PDP that is in power and the majority of the House of Assembly of the state are controlled by PDP, by APC, they will want to oppose it, thinking PDP will use it against them. But we're already seeing a situation in this country now where a lot of houses of assembly. So I expect that one of the things that the president will use this privilege is having now to do is to push for some of this reform, because it will be easy for some of these reforms now to scale through. So I heard the Deputy Senate President and the Deputy Speaker saying the amendments are almost concluded, and when concluded, it's going to be passed to all the 36 State House of Assembly, And when it is passed, then they will receive their report and then they will pass it to law. So if that can be done very quickly, I think it's a welcome development. Because all that we need was to structure it. Already a lot of states are having their own different security outfits. We need to empower them. All that you need to do is like what happens in the US. You have the state police, you have the federal police.
You have the sheriff.
Yes. So all that you need to do is to structure it. I know that a lot of fear that so many people have is that the way we have seen the governors using every machinery within the state at their disposal, at their control, that is actually the fear of a lot of people. Today, we see that in a lot of states, you will see that members of the State House of Assembly are under the control of the governor. Local government chairmen are under the control of the chairman, and so many other machinery of government, they are under the control of the governor. But if we put our house in order, because the federal system of policing and security we have had over the years, because one thing that is important is that when situation and circumstances begin to change in a particular country, you must also begin to look at the dynamics and begin to change your approach to governance. This level of insecurity in this country now has become so alarming that people cannot sleep with their two eyes open. People cannot freely travel. In those days, if I'm going to Lagos from Jalingo, it is around 4 o'clock that I will go and enter Beku here, and by the morning of the next day, we'll be in Lagos. We'll be in Lagos. The same thing if we are going to Onitsha, you know.
Follow night bus.
We follow night bus. By the next morning or midnight, we'll be in Onitsha, you know. But now, you can try it, you know. Nowhere is safe. Our routes are not safe. So then the second issue is the political will. Because you see, many a times we have good policies, but implemented. Let me give you a very clear example. The local government autonomy. Since when did the Supreme Court give that judgment? Backing the fact that based on, we don't even need an amendment, that based on our constitution, the local government is supposed to operate as an autonomy. Up to today. Are we seeing that?
The deadline was January and February. Now nobody talks about it again.
Now we are in November. And if you are not careful, that is how we are going to end the year. That's how we are going to end the tenure because governance has suffered in the grassroots. Governance in Nigeria have suffered in the grassroots. Today, the governors take care of, take control of the joint states and local government accounts. Governors use those accounts to collect loans. Salaries are paid to local government by the states. One of the key places to be in every state is the Ministry of Local Government. Some call it Bureau for Local Government and Children's Affairs. Some call it Ministry of Local Government and Children's Affairs. So I think there is a need for us to look at this thing holistically and take a decisive step to be able to enforce some of these things. Some of these things are already in our constitution, but enforcement of them have been a problem.
Very